everybody. Lance Russell and Dave Brown. We're sitting right along ringside, and by golly, I'll tell you what, won't be long from right now. Action will be filling that ring up, and we're looking forward to it today, David.
Oh, indeed. We're going to get things started today with the Zambui Express in action right here. We'll follow that with the new Southern Tag Team Champions on Championship Wrestling today. Talking about Stagger Lee, Norvell, Austin, as they'll be going in tag team action. Rick Rude will be here. The Idol, Austin Idol, will be here in a single match. Joe LeDuc and King Konga in tag team action a little bit later on. And we will have our first look at the tag team of Dirty Rhodes and Harley Davidson coming up later today.
That'll be in our final bout, and we're going to be looking forward to it. You're going to see some very mad Zambui Express former champions, and you'll be seeing also, as Dave said, the brand new AWA Southern Tag Champions, Norvell, Austin, and Stagger Lee. All of that lined up for today. We'll take time out. Be back in just a moment.
Comments to make. The former Southern Tag Champions, the Zambui Express, Mr. Elijah Akeem and Mr. Kareem Mohammed.
Fairness. You people in this area don't know what the word means, including you. Let me tell you, you talking about fair? Went here 3 weeks, right? We won the belt twice in 2 weeks' time. And what? The promotion, the people don't want us to be champions, so what they did, they stole the belts. So now you got Stagger Lee and Norvell Austin as your champion. Well, let me tell you, what happened to Norvell Austin and Stagger Lee? We left them laying in the middle of the ring like a bunch of garbage that they are. Now, if you people want that type of champion, then you can have Stagger Lee and Norvell Austin as your champion. For this reason, the next time we face Stagger Lee and Norvell Austin, we just won't leave you laying like garbage, but we're going to take the garbage and get rid of it once and for all. And then what you going to do? What you going to do when you ain't got nobody left but the Zambui Express? Me and Mr. Kareem Mohammed. Like I say, you never take something from a man as big as Mr. Muhammad and myself.
How'd you explain this to J.J. Dillon when the word got back to him about you?
Hey, man, you know one thing about you, Lance Russell? You got a smart mouth just like these geeks out here. You know that?
We called Mr. Dillon on the phone and explained what was going on around here. And this is what Mr. J.J. Dillon had to say to all you rednecks and you geeks.
I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Mr. Stagger Lee and Mr. Norvell Austin as the new tag team champions, and at the same time inform you that you are about to become the shortest reigning champions of all time. Now, I have nothing personal against Mr. Stagger Lee and Mr. Norvell Austin, but I want to kind of relate a little something to you. Because you see, you have suffered in the ghetto for 200 years just the same as the Zambui Express have. But there's a little bit of difference because you see some of the brothers run around the ghetto shucking and jiving with that junk jewelry. And some people are wearing 14 karat and 18 karat, and there's a real big difference between the two. Some of the brothers are riding in the big Cadillacs, and some of them are thumbing it on the Greyhound. Some of the brothers are in the pool hall with all the fine ladies hanging on their arms, and some of the brothers are looking in the windows wondering what's happening. Now, that's the position that you find yourselves at this point. You're holding the tag team belts, which gives you a little edge, but it's just a matter of time before they come back to where they belong, and I'm talking about the Zambui Express. And unfortunately, none of this ever would have taken place were it not for one Mr. Jimmy Hart, and he is going to answer to me personally for the time and the money and the embarrassment that he's caused me. But you see, as soon as the tag team situation is resolved, then I'm going to devote 100% of my efforts to King Konga and Mr. Lawler. That's where you come into the picture, because it's just a matter of time before you're going to have to turn around. You're going to have to take notice that King Konga is here, James J. Dillon is here. We're coming for you, and Lawler, you cannot deny us much longer.
J.J. Dillon, the Zambui Express, now heading to the ring. Dave, now let's have it for the official introduction. Okay.
It's going to be a one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Introducing at a total of 426 pounds. Over on the right of the screen, both from Memphis, Tennessee, Keith Eric and Jim Jamison. And going against him at a total weight of 660 pounds, Mr. Kareem Mohammed and Mr. Elijah Akeem, the Zambui Express. A one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. Referees Jerry Calhoun.
Okay, about in the ring, we have Kareem Mohammed in the ring. Here comes Elijah Akeem. I saw Keith when Kareem climbed in there. He just kind of shook his head. He looked at the size of it. And it is, well, the popular word is awesome. And, boy, that's how big these guys are, David.
Both of them go well over 300 pounds. That is Mohammed in there right now. Jim Jamison. Whoops. Keith Eric comes into the ring, not of his own choosing. Mohammed flipped him in there while Elijah Akeem of the Zambui Express continues to work on Jim Jamison. Jamison over on the ropes. Zambui Express with a clothesline. Jim Jamison hits the mat. Using the top rope, choking Jamison. Jim Jamison goes backwards over the rope. Zambui Express makes a tag. This is Kareem Mohammed coming in. Ooh. Right hand, top of the head. Jamison hits the mat. Open hand across the chest. It's the huge Zambui Express. Works on Jim Jamison and, at least for a moment, Keith Eric, who was in there. Jamison's the only one of his team in the match officially so far. From outside, Elijah Akeem interfering. Kareem Mohammed in there for the Express. Tag made by Zambui Express. They just overpower their opponents from the opening bell. That's what they've done against Jamison here.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, still not trying for the pin.
Look at that. Just instead of trying to keep him in, deliberately threw it into Keith Eric to get the tag, and now Eric's in there, and he's on the catching end.
Zambui Express makes the tag. Mohammed coming in with a boot to the midsection while Elijah Akeem is holding him up in the air. I'll tell you what. Dominating this match completely. I mean, they own it. Keith Eric being picked up now by Mohammed. Over to the corner, the tag by the Zambui Express.
If they ever do have any moments when they are not mad. Double clothesline, Dave.
Again, they don't go for the pin. They pick Keith Eric up. Now he's got him up in the air, body slams. Akeem back to the corner. Oh, drops down with a big arm. That's going to be it. 2, 3. Boy, that one. Boy, when he hit him off out of the corner, no doubt it was over. Zambui Express gets the win. Time on it was 3 minutes, 34 seconds. And I think maybe we can probably take a look at it here, and you can see exactly here. Here he comes out of the corner. The upper arm, he drops down right across the chest.
Did you see the middle of the ring right there, Dave, when he hit
Incredible.
Just drove him down into that canvas with that huge upper arm. And these guys are so big. I tell you, till you stand between them, people can't realize. They see him and they say, oh, yeah, they're big, but they don't know how big they are till they get up there. And imagine laying down there and seeing that flying down on top of you.
Yeah.
Winners, Zambui Express.
3:34 again the time.
We got some more action coming up. We'll be ready for it in just a moment.
It's all over.
Just bounced Stagger right off the steps. Did a complete flip over him and hit the concrete. Norvell left laying on the far side by Elijah Keem, and he comes over to help out his partner. And as Zambui now double teaming Stagger Lee. Southern Tag Champs, Stagger Lee and Norvell Austin. Well, I'll tell you what, they're a couple of happy gentlemen. Congratulations, Norvell. I'll tell you what, you guys almost had them in several instances. They didn't think you could do it.
Exactly right. Now, look. We are the champions. I know they didn't think we could do it. They had us down and out, but we are the people's champions. The people helped us get here, and the people gonna help us stay. And we ain't gonna let y'all people down. I want y'all to know that, because me and Stag is big and bad, baby. I'll tell you one thing, Zambui Express. You come out here, say how you were pounded out, but look, it's ways to beat a big man. When I grew up in the street, I beat on men a lot bigger than me, and here's how I did it. I let them wear themselves down. I maneuvered around them, just like me and Stag done y'all last week. We moved around y'all, and we come up and beat y'all. And look at here. I'm going to tell you one thing. We ain't losing these for nobody. So you put that in your pipe and smoke it. We ain't going nowhere. You know, we fought hard to keep them, to get those belts, and we're going to fight hard to keep them. That's all I got to say. As long as I got Norvell and we going on strong, there's no way, Zambui Express, that y'all going to defeat us. I don't care, Dillon. You can bring J.J. Dillon down there you want to, but we don't care, right, Norvell? We don't care, man. Right. We can't lose with the stuff we use, baby.
Here they are, Norvell Austin, Stagger Lee, the brand new Southern Tag Champs. And they are fired up, and I don't blame them. That is a super win over an absolutely dynamite, huge team of the Zambui Express. They got the belts, and here we go with a non-title bout, Dave.
All right, non-title match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Introducing at a total weight of 412 pounds. From parts unknown, the Masked Marauder. And from Memphis, Tennessee, Pat Hutchinson. One against him, total weight 437 pounds. They are the new AWA Southern Tag Team Champions. From Memphis, Tennessee, Norvell Austin. From Union City, Tennessee, Stagger Lee. This match, one fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun is the referee.
Woogie-doke, we're getting it down to one-on-one to start off with. Here we go, Stagger Lee against Pat Hutchinson starting off. Norvell getting them fired up over there, and look at Stagger go. Let me tell you, both these guys, the new champs, can boogie, Dave. They really get around that ring and get around in dynamite shape, too. Hutchinson taking a shot from Norvell on the exchange from Stagger to Norvell. Big elbow, and down Pat goes. Tag out. Stagger back
again with Pat. Fires him into the ropes. Backdrop coming off. Masked Marauder now getting his first taste as he walks into the ring after the tag with Hutchinson, and Stagger right away. Side headlocks him, pulls him over. Norvell bangs him away to the midsection, drops with an elbow on him. Pace, fast and furious, and that's the way these champions want to keep it, too. Non-title bout, as David said. Body slam, tag on Stagger Lee.
Tell you what, I don't think you'll ever see more enthusiasm in a tag team. When Stagger Lee is in there, Norvell can't look like he can't wait to get in the ring. Good cover.
Power slam, but a foot's on the rope over there. Yeah, he stopped it. Tag on Norvell. Referee running Pat back down. Stagger Lee and Norvell against the Marauder. In and out.
Yeah, that was a straight knee lift from Norvell. You don't see that much anymore, but boy, it's effective, as he showed right there.
Right over the back of Stagger Lee. 2, 3, and that's it. Wasted no time about it. The new champion showing that they're ready to do it again.
They were moving around the ring. They put it together in 1:52 seconds to take the win over the Masked Marauder and Pat Hutchinson. Marauder being helped out of the area by Hutchinson right now after he was pinned. Great teamwork by Norvell, Austin, Stagger Lee.
You can just see they're still fired up. They love every minute of it. And you're going to see a lot of action out of those two boys. Okay, we're going to take time out right now. We've got ourselves some action coming up a little bit. You'll have a chance to meet Jimmy Hart's sensational Rick Rude and Angel.
I hear it. I don't know. Now, you recognize the music as identified with the fabulous one, but who walks out but Jimmy Hart with his newest member of the First Family, sensational Rick Rude and Angel. Well, Jimmy, still at it.
Look at this man's body. Look at these 20-inch arms. Look at these right here, baby. 20 inches. Look at this. Look at the 50-inch chest. You can't, these people can't even upset me by saying Hart is a wimp. I'm not going to pay any attention to you today, baby. Look, fan mail from all over this area, baby. Even from Japan. We even got a letter from Japan here, man. It's coming all in for Rick Rude. He is the best-looking man in professional wrestling. You know, starting today, we're going to start calling him the Clark Gable of professional wrestling. Rick Rude, and don't forget about the lovely, vivacious Angel. But this is the superstar of the future, baby. Look at the body. Can you even get this body on the screen? Now, I'm going to take this man to the ring and show you exactly what we're fixing to do, baby.
Jimmy, I know I have all the confidence in the world that you will do something.
We're going to stir things up a little bit.
There's no question about it. Rude, in fact, does have tremendous muscular development. I don't think he is exactly the answer to all of our problems in the world, the way Jimmy Hart would make it sound, Dave.
No, I think you're right, but, well,
really?
We'll see here. He's going against, well, just do the introduction. The one-fall, 10-minute time limit match. 203 pounds from Memphis, Tennessee. Over on the right of the screen, that's David Johnson. And going against him, 232 pounds from Beverly Hills, California. With his valet, Angel, his manager, Jimmy Hart. That's Rick Rude. This fall, one fall, 10-minute time limit match. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Well, Angel has taken care of her pet there, Mr. Rude, and Jimmy Hart all decked out in his top hat with ribbon and his tux. We're ready for it. All right, let's do something in the ring. David Johnson, Rick Rude, David. Good, fast, quick young man.
Rick Rude using the power. He picks David Johnson up in the air, spins him around a time or two, turns to the center of the ring, and slams him. Johnson.
Just not another pretty face. Look at him, baby.
Johnson taking a beating. Upper arm down across the back. Knee across the chest. Rick Rude, that's a fist. Rude. Firing David Johnson across the ring. Picks him up. Slam. Ooh! Power slam. Count is 2. He picks him up at the 2 count. Picked him up. Probably could have had him right there. Reverse neck breaker. And a cover. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. Less than a minute. Oh, Jimmy Hart. Dancing around the ring. Yeah, now Rude back to work on David Johnson. This match is over, but Rick Rude choking Johnson after he beat him already officially in the match. Referee trying to get him to stop, but Rick Rude just continuing to work on David Johnson. Here comes Austin Idol. Austin Idol moves Rick Rude, Hart, and Angel out of the ring. Allows David Johnson to get out of there. Time on that was 56 seconds. Idol's in here. Here comes Lou Winston.
Showing off that huge body of his, 242 pounds of it. And Big Lou Winston is here. We
got a referee.
Continue on. We'll just continue on here with our next bout. As Jimmy Hart takes Rick Rude out. I don't know. I think Angel is enamored with the Idol body. She may get a little tongue lashing over that. She's going to stay with you, Austin. Yeah. Okay. I love that. Angel was just, I don't know what you all can say or not. She was just glued looking at the heartthrob. Let's have the introductions, Dave.
This is going to be one fall, 10-minute time limit match. From Memphis, Tennessee, 242 pounds on the left. Big Lou Winston. And going against him from Las Vegas, Nevada. 242 pounds, the universal heartthrob, Austin Idol. One fall, 10-minute time limit. Jerry Calhoun says ring the bell, and we're underway.
Yeah, I'm afraid Angel may hear about that.
He had trouble from Hart and especially Rick Rude.
Hart is calling her, then Rude started. Come on. She's just standing there looking at the Idol. Big Lou Winston, and Lou, a good-sized young man himself, I'll tell you. He works out hard, and he's in there with a guy that has been down the pike, and Lou swinging away, takes shots to the midsection. And Idol with the right hand puts him down on his knees, and the referee getting on the heartthrob about using the fist. Austin pumped a little of that iron in his time, too, to get that kind of muscular development. Referee Jerry Calhoun over, and Big Lou whipping across the ring. Idol slides into the ropes, comes right out with a foot, grabs a hold of Lou, picks him up, center of the ring, dumps him off to the side. Idol hollering for Rude, saying, come on, Rude. Idol was hot at him, pounding on David Johnson after he'd already beat him. There was no excuse in it. No excuse at all. Austin came out and broke it up. Big Lou in a little trouble. No, that's wrong. He's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, he was hammered pretty good coming off the rope there by Idol. Idol with him in here. Heartthrob climbing the rope.
Here he goes with the elbow. Lying down on Big Lou. Austin said, not yet. He's going for the Las Vegas leg lock. Oh, yeah, that's it. School is out. The party is over. Eddie Idol, using his famous Las Vegas leg lock, has another victim down there. He had pounded Lou around pretty good, and when he got that on, I knew it was it.
2:04, the time of it.
Austin Idol, and let's go back and take a look at a scene of Austin in there as he comes flying off the ropes, Dave.
There he comes with the elbow.
Bam!
Right there.
Oh, you saw Lou's
That
head.
pretty well wrapped it up, I think, because it had Big Lou Winston in the position where Austin was able to move him around a little bit go into the Las Vegas leg lock, as you'll see here. There he goes.
He has a good chance to see it in slow motion.
Yeah.
See the way he hooks it, puts the pressure down, and then the other leg goes over on the toe. He's pulling back with this one and pushing out with the other leg. And, boy, I'll tell you, there are just not too many that can get away with that one. Austin Idol, the winner over Big Lou. We got more action. Plenty of it to come in just a moment. Well, I'm going to tell you, Austin, big one coming up.
It certainly is. You know, it certainly is. It's finally come down to a head. You know, it's just strange the way events happen to go. You know, it was just a few weeks ago when me and King Lala had to wrestle each other to see who was going to get that shot at Nick Bachman. We all know what happened. The Weasel Jimmy Hart stuck his nose in there, knocked me out with a blackjack. Virtually, King got the shot. And guess great, man, I love it. But now it's come my time. You know, Stanley Blackburn, the head of the AWA, the committee, the championship committee, they said, hey, we take a look at it. It was only 10 months ago when Austin and I was in Tokyo, Japan, darling. Tokyo, Japan, the Sumo Palace, Lance. Over 22,000, picture in your mind, if you will, over 22,000 people jammed in to see Terry Funk go against the Universal Heartthrob Austin Idol for international heavyweight title. And you know, it was kind of strange, but a couple of days, as a matter of fact, on my way over to Japan, there was something special about it, Lance. I could feel it, you know. I was getting cold sweats. I was getting hot flashes. I was getting goosebumps that were running up and down my spine, and I could feel it was my time. And sure enough, darling, lo and behold, you can see it was my time in Tokyo, Japan. And make no bones about it, Bockwinkel, my time is coming again. And this time, it's going to be AWA heavyweight champion. And I can't wait to have two belts. I understand we got some words from Nick Bockwinkel.
Yeah, we
and
got
I want to hear what he's got to say, too, darling.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, let's hear it. Come on, let's hear it. Crack him up.
Fans, get ready right here in Memphis at the Mid-South Coliseum. AWA World's Heavyweight Championship bout between champion Nick Bockwinkel and none other than Austin Idol.
Austin Idol, a number of months ago, when you and Mr. Lawler had to fight to see which one was going to get to go up against the world's heavyweight champion, you lost out, but there was a technicality and there were extenuating circumstances. And the championship committee has seen fit that you should now get the opportunity. I can't say, as far as I'm concerned, since I was not there that night, whether or not you deserve the chance to go up against me. But I can say this. Your running mate, Mr. Lawler, you're challenging him for popularity in this part of the world. And even though you seem to me to be a great wrestler, tremendously in shape, lots of determination, and of course the desire, as all do, to become the heavyweight champion of the world. But you have one problem as far as I'm concerned. You seem to take and lack, as far as I'm concerned, all the ability. Like Lawler, you like to punch your way out of anything you get into. But you're going to have to understand one thing. If I seem to be a bit arrogant and condescending, so be it, well-deserved. Simply because, as the heavyweight champion, that means I have the most and the best wrestling ability of any athlete in the world. Now, I will give you your due, that when you go in there, you're going to do your very, very best. But I want you to know, if it gets to kicking or scraping, and as I have successfully defended the heavyweight championship against the attacks of Mr. Lawler, who, of course, if you eliminated punching, the man couldn't win anything. If you have more wrestling ability than him, then you probably have a much better chance than he does. But then again, how hard am I going to fight? How much am I going to dig and scratch? Scrape, kick, do whatever I must. I will. I will do it all, no matter what it takes. Devious, nasty, vicious, cunning, shrewd. I might even cheat a little, as long as it's within the 4-second count. That's all I have to say to you, Mr. Idol.
Memphis, get ready. Austin Idol, Nick Bockwinkel for the World's Heavyweight Championship. I know you won't want to miss it.
Well, there it is, the champion.
You know, I take a look at Nick Bockwinkel, and he's looking so smug and arrogant. He thinks he's the universal heartthrob. You know, I heard him say the other day, he says, I'm so pretty, I got thousands of women falling at my feet. Well, if I had a face like that, Don, I'm sure they'd be falling at my feet, too. But we ain't talking about no beauty contest, Jack, on Tuesday night. Oh, no, no. We ain't talking about no jive. We ain't talking about no gaga. What we're talking about is my time. My time has come. And if you want to be part of the revolution, if you want to get on the trip, darling, well, Tuesday night, I suggest you come on and witness it, because remember one thing, darling, it's Valentine's Day, and it's going to be so sweet, Jack, when I take that AWA title, wrap it around my waist, darling, 242 pounds, Las Vegas, Nevada, the women's pet box we call, and the men's regret. Tuesday night, it's going to be my night, darling. Hey, you know, you've heard me run my mouth. You've heard Bockwinkel run his mouth. Now let's take a look at the in action, baby.
All right, let's welcome out the king. And here he comes. Jerry.
Oh, Lance.
Good day today, sir.
It is a nice day. Listen, I just wanted to come out here for just a couple seconds. It's been a great show.
Now, you
an exciting show. I'm not going to
You're going to tell everybody what we were talking about before that story? That's got to be one of the most unusual stories I ever heard in my life.
Well, it is. It's a great story, and it's a great guy, and I just want to introduce this guy to everybody. Now, a lot of the people that have paid close attention to wrestling have already seen this guy once before. He came into the area, and I know you and I talked about him. I didn't know him at the time, but I was very impressed with his size and, of course, his ability and everything. But he got, as so often happens to a lot of wrestlers, he got in with the wrong company, got mixing with the wrong crowd. Matter of fact, he was hanging around with a little sawed-off pea-brain runt by the name of Bill Dundee. And he had the guy's mind a little bit messed up. But now Dundee is gone, and this guy is still around. And I got to talking with him one day, and he's really not such a bad guy after all. As a matter of fact, he's a pretty neat guy. I mean, the story to this guy is kind of amazing. As you remember, he wrestled here. His name was
Jim Morris.
Jim Morris.
Friend of Bill Dundee's, Jim Morris.
That's right. Well, I thought his name was Jim Morris, too. But when I got to talking with the guy, you know, we talked for a while, and he said, let me tell you something. He said, my name is not really Jim Morris. He said, but I feel a little funny, a little bit ashamed of what my name is. And I said, why is that? And he said, well, because all my life when I was going to school, everybody kidded me about my name. Everybody made jokes about my name. So I just quit. After I got out of college, he said, I just quit using it. I changed my name completely. And I said, well, why is that? And he said, well, I'll tell you. He said, my last name was Davidson, and my old man named me Harley.
Yeah,
yeah, right, exactly. You know, and I said, that to me, I thought that is a natural, you know. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't try to change a name like Harley Davidson, you know. Like I said, that's just a natural. So anyway, I want to bring him out here. I think the guy, you know, I told him to keep the name Harley Davidson, and I think he's going to make a heck of a wrestler. And if we can bring him out here, come on, Harley.
You can't miss him when he comes out, I'll tell you that.
No, you're not going to be able to miss this guy.
He's a large gentleman.
What's happening, brother?
How you doing?
Baby.
Good to see you, Harley.
On, baby, you got it? So what I told him to do is, you know, don't try to hide that name, man. Let's just capitalize on it, right? That's it. Tell him about it, man.
Oh, I love
you know what? I tell you what, Lance. Sure, it's a pleasure to be with all these wonderful people. I tell you, the King was talking to me the other day. King's my man, you know. He said to me, he said, Big Jim, or Harley. And I said, hey, I don't know what the deal is there, King. He said, you know, I know you're a pretty interesting type character. Now, what's your deal? I said, well, my deal is this, baby. I love to ride and I love to wrestle. That's my whole thing. You know, I live that life and that's what I enjoy. He said, hey, Daddy, he said, what do you think about the world affairs and what's going on? I said, well, I don't think too much about it because I'm too busy living my own little life. Whatever that might be. But, you know, he said, what about this Beirut deal? And I said, well, Beirut. I said, Beirut was a pretty good hitter, but he was nothing like Hank Aaron, did it? And that's all I thought about. You know, it didn't mean nothing to me about what's going on, baby, because I can't relate to it, you understand. All I can see is what's happening right here at this particular time. We're going to get in this ring in a minute, Daddy, and we're going to make it shake, and we're going to make it bake, and we're going to do it all for you. Understand?
Okay, well.
Look at that, baby. I'm going to see you in a minute, Daddy.
Harley Davidson, we'll see him up here in the ring. Thanks for coming out, Jerry, and telling. Yeah. We'll get a chance to see him in action here in just a moment. But, you know, Dave, I can picture a guy named Jim Morris changing his name to Harley Davidson. But to think about his real name being Harley Davidson.
And he got so much kidding about the vroom, vroom and all that, he just picked up the name Jim Morris.
Yeah.
Hey, he's a new face around, Joe. You'll get an opportunity to see him probably a little closer at some point down the line. We're ready for the next bout. Here's Dave.
It's going to be one fall, 10-minute time limit. Total weight 459 pounds. Introducing from Memphis, Tennessee, Robert Reed, and from Topeka, Kansas, Art Cruz. Going against him, total weight 547 pounds. From the streets of New York City, King Konga. And from Montreal, Canada, Joe LeDuc. One fall, 10-minute time limit. Referee Jerry Calhoun.
Oogie-doke, Art Cruz, as Dave said, out of Topeka, Kansas, trained by Pat O'Connor, former world heavyweight title holder. And Robert Reed is his partner. Look at his size across the ring. Big King Konga and the super heavyweight lumberjack Joe LeDuc stripping down, ready for action. And now it's LeDuc and Cruz starting. Here we go, Dave.
It's Joe LeDuc stalking Art Cruz. Cruz ducks out of the way of that one. Into action. The big lumberjack, Joe LeDuc, shoves Art Cruz back very close to the corner where King Konga is standing. Konga out of the streets of New York. LeDuc rolls Art Cruz down to the mat as he came off the ropes. Big Canadian lumberjack makes the tag now on King Konga. Konga with that weird-looking mohawk haircut.
Tell you what, Dave, if I were Robert Reed standing over there, I might exit before I ever got in the ring. But no, Robert's going to get in there and give it whatever he's got, Dave. I'll tell you that.
Ooh, tag made. Robert Reed comes in to face King Konga. Konga, ooh, foot, midsection. Robert Reed up in the air. King Konga, he doesn't slam him, he just drops him. He dropped him about 3.5 feet to the mat. This is Art Cruz. Art going after big Joe LeDuc. LeDuc into the ropes. Caught him with that boot. Big lumberjack boot. Here's Robert Reed back in after the tag.
LeDuc just grabs him by the throat. Referee trying to count him off and does. Joe follows with that big forearm.
LeDuc holding Reed back there while Konga grabs him. Now LeDuc steps outside. Reed being choked with the top rope. King Konga flips him back into the ring. We're 2 minutes into the action. 2 minutes gone. Slam. Konga drops with the fist on the top of the head. Robert Reed picked up by Konga. Konga dumped him on the top rope, let him bounce back to the ring. Tag made on Joe LeDuc. Robert Reed. They're giving it all he's got, but just not enough. LeDuc with a right hand. Popped him to the mat. Oh. Reed got on his feet, and LeDuc just nailed him with a chop. Here's Konga back in. Reed off the rope. Clothesline. 3 minutes gone. A little over 3 minutes gone. Go LeDuc. Whoa, LeDuc with a drop kick.
Leave it.
And that does it. Wow. They're smiling Joe LeDuc. He walked away from Robert Reed after really nailing him to wrap the match up in 3 minutes, 20 seconds. 3:20.
Amazing. A guy that big and that strong getting up with that drop kick. Speaking of strength, we thought you might be interested in kind of an unusual workout that Joe LeDuc does. Let's take a look at it. To say this, Joe, that is an amazing piece of workout. Pulling that car like that.
It's good for the leg. It's good for the leg. I know somebody's got problem with legs, but I don't have no problem, Mr. Russell. You know, my legs are right, so anybody wants to go to the gym and lift weight and have beautiful muscle on their body, that's fine with them. But when they get in the ring with Joe LeDuc, they better be ready for strength and power.
Well, no question. When you get in the ring, you bring all that strength and power with you. Speaking of getting in the ring, you're going to be doing just that. You got one coming up before long with Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. Well,
yeah, I want to see what Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer look like. Yeah, go with it. I want to talk about him.
Well, okay, just before we get to it, let me do this. We had some words from Buzz Sawyer about it, and we also have some tape on. Let's take a look right now. Joe LeDuc and Buzz Sawyer. You can expect nothing but the wildest in this kind of a battle. LeDuc, Buzz Sawyer in the ring now. Brett Sawyer and King Konga on the outside. Knee to knee, slamming away at each other. Sawyer going after that ear of LeDuc. With LeDuc. Look at LeDuc fighting his way back, and they're standing there trading licks. Buzz biting on him. Takes a shot. Mad Dog going after him. Referee Paul Morton thrown down on the ground. That's going to be a disqualification right there.
Everybody's got their man. He said the Mad Dog's down. But right here I am in living color. Memphis, Tennessee. I don't care where it's at. LeDuc, you got this man right there. What are you with me? I got this Joe LeDuc that means the best thing that'll be happening. I don't care what you want to do. New York City, Portland, Oregon. Don't matter, baby. We're coming after you because, like I said, a lot of them sit us down and out. But here I am. So if you bring whatever you can, because the Sawyers is going to run it again. And you know.
That's Russell. I beat him up so bad, brother. They had to take him off television. They had to put me on because I'm the one that looks good here.
Hey, your face didn't look too good either when that bout was over with, Joe. I got to tell you that.
What are you talking about?
Well,
Who's here? I'm here. Buzz Sawyer's in the hospital. He's not even going to show up. That's how bad he is. I beat him. I beat him so bad in Buzz Sawyer. You want to show up Monday night? I hope you do.
Hey.
I hope you do, because you like outside interference. You like to bite. You like to call yourself a mad dog. Well, we have ourselves a mad dog
Tell
match.
me about that, Joe.
Yeah, we both gonna have a collar in our neck with a 10-foot chain. And now, anything can happen. Anything goes. If you make a mistake and go over the top rope, and I hold on to you, you know what's gonna hold on, Mad Dog Sawyer? You're gonna hang.
Joe LeDuc going with Buzz Sawyer, and there is no question about what he's telling you is right. You've seen the chain matches on the wrist, the rope so on like that. This is going to be a collar around the neck on each wrestler with a 10-foot rope in there, and they're going to go at it. Joe LeDuc, Buzz Sawyer, it'll be coming up for long. We're going to take time out, I think, Dave. Yeah, and we'll be back in just a moment. Davidson in action with Dirty Rose. It'll be a first. But before we get to it,
Oh, Jimmy Hart bringing his crying. What is all of this, Jimmy?
Baby, you know what? I want you to give the Dutch Mantell if he shows up today. He is the biggest crybaby in professional wrestling history. You know, look at this. Everybody knows that Jimmy Hart is the Southern Handicap Champion. Get a shot of this belt right here, baby. I've never lost a handicap match in my life, Daddy. But you know what I am forced to do? I am forced to once again break out my elbow pads and my wrestling tights. You see what I'm saying? Because you know what? Dutch Mantell, he went to Eddie Martin this week and he said, Eddie, Jimmy Hart has interfered with me for the last time. I am going to get rid of him once and for all. So he wanted a handicap match. So we don't want to make poor Dutch Mantell mad, do we? So we signed for one. And you know what it's going to be, don't you, Daddy? It's going to be Angelo Poffo. That poor man was sitting by ringside minding his own business, and Mantell went out and kicked him over. You know he did. Well, baby, when I saw that, I can't stand for anybody to push old people around, baby. It touched me in my heart because I love old people. So, baby, I came to the rescue. So, Mantell, you're ready, baby. You better be, because I promise you, Savage, he's a mom. He's crazy. He's wild.
Yeah,
and I promise you this, we're going to be ready. You know, I'm going to take a 2x4 before that match and hit him with it, and I'm going to hit him when it's over, because you know what? He feels no pain when he wrestles, baby. He feels no pain. Savage,
we'll see if
Jimmy Hart,
you know, when you
he
get...
told me I wouldn't even be able to get in the ring, baby. I wouldn't even have to start the match, and I wouldn't even have to finish the match. It's going to be wild and crazy, and I can't wait for it, baby. Oh, here he comes right now. I've got a phone call. I am leaving.
Yeah, I think I heard him calling you long distance, Jim. And that's what you want. You want a long distance between you and the Dutchman and his famous bullwhip.
I'll tell you that Jimmy Hart is full of his will. Let me tell you one thing, Hart. You want to taste this, Hart? You want a good taste of this?
There he goes.
Okay, I'm laying awake at night thinking about how to get that gum Randy Savage, and we're not having wrestling matches. What we're having mind games. Now, he sent his old man out there the other week, and he lined up Jimmy Hart in the back. And when it got too rough, the old man hopped in the ring. I thought he was going to have a heart attack when I turned around and started beating his brains out. Then I got back on Savage, and Hart ran down and interfered in my match.
Yes, he did.
And I lost it. I'm going to tell all the people that I lost that match, but I lost it because of Jimmy Hart. Now, is Jimmy Hart a wrestler? No, he is not a wrestler. He's a little wimp. That's exactly what Hart is. And is Poffo a wrestler? I don't know what he is. And is Savage a wrestler? Now, some of you people might think he's a wrestler, but I don't think he is. I think he's a certified goof, baby. Savage is crazy, he's a goof, and he's a certified goof on top of that. Now, how do you fight fire? You fight fire with fire. Now, we're going to play mind games, Savage. Hey, I'm thinking all the time, and I'm thinking about how to beat you. Now, when you fight fire with fire, I went and got me a guy, and he's a certified goof, too. Name is Bugsy McGraw, and he's going to be in my corner Tuesday night when we step in that ring, and I think Bugsy's got a few words he'd like Savage, Poffo, and Hart to hear.
Let's take a listen.
Now, Hart, you say Savage don't feel no pain, but I tell you one thing he will feel. He'll feel embarrassment Tuesday night, because I'm bringing my man. I'm bringing my man inside the ring, and we're going to be looking at you right across that ring at the Mid-South Coliseum. Hart, you get in my way, I'm going to knock you 15 rows deep. And Angelo Poffo, I hope you just don't have a heart attack, because I don't want to be responsible for it. I'll see you guys Tuesday night.
Dutch Mantell going in that big handicap match, where it'll be the Dutchman and crazy Bugsy McGraw as his partner, going against Angelo Poffo, Jimmy Hart, and Randy Savage. Okay, Dave.
All right.
Okay, we're going to be ready to go to the ring with our final tag action match in a moment. Coming out here right now, a guy we got to introduce to you. I don't think many of you know him before. Dirty Rhodes. Now, is it correct? I have been told that you have a cousin by the name of Dusty Rhodes.
Cousin by the name of Dusty Rhodes. Well, I got a cousin by the name of Dusty Rhodes. I got a cousin by the name of Muddy Rhodes. I got a cousin by the name of Bumpy Rhodes.
You got all kind of Rhodes cousins.
But they say that Dusty Rhodes is the American dream with the bionic elbow. I definitely got some bionic elbow. Yeah, he's got $1 million smile, baby. I only got a $500,000 smile. But I'm catching up to him, you understand me?
You're trying, all right.
Tennessee, this is where it's happening. I want to tell all the ladies out here something. They say that ladies touch of babies like bankers touch gold. But they say them outlaws touch them ladies way down deep in their soul. Oh, that's it, baby. Lance Russell, Memphis, Tennessee. That's where it's happening, baby. We come here to boogie and get down. They say this is the hotbed of professional wrestling. But that's where I want to be. That's where I want to be right here.
You are in the spot.
That's it, baby. I understand we got some little things coming up here in this ring here. I got a man called Harley Davidson. Where is he? Yeah,
he'll be out. We're going to see him right in the ring.
We need him now. Harley Davidson, we love you, baby. Let's get this job done here.
Dirty Rhodes, it's good to have you here, and we're going to look forward to seeing you
Welcome,
in and out
Tennessee.
of the ring.
I love you.
Okay, partner, to the ring, and Harley Davidson will be partner. Oh, me. I am telling you what. That is Dirty Rhodes in the ring, and the opposition for Dirty and his partner, Harley. There's Harley down there.
Yeah, shaking
That's
into
going to
the
be
crowd.
no small team either, Dave, when you put those guys together. Davidson just stepped right over the top rope. Okay, let's have the introduction.
All right, this match is going to be to the expiration of time. Introducing at a total weight of 441 pounds. Over here on the left of your screen, that's the Pink Panther from parts unknown. And from the Fiji Islands, Sabu. Going against him at a total of 574 pounds. Out of Austin, Texas, Dirty Rhodes, you met just a moment ago. And his partner says he's from everywhere. Talking about Harley Davidson. This match to the expiration of time, and the referee is Jerry Calhoun. Tell you what. Sabu the Wild Man, the Pink Panther, Dirty Rhodes, and Harley Davidson. Referee may have his work cut out for him.
I can guarantee you that. Bell time, and here we go. Sabu starting out against Dirty Rhodes. You got a lot of cousins, Dave.
Yeah. Buddy Rhodes, Bumpy Rhodes. Ooh, got a shoulder, I tell you. He just put Sabu down to the mat. Sabu set. He puts a body slam on Dirty Rhodes. Ooh. Little roll through the timing off. Sabu almost tripped himself. Dirty Rhodes grabbed him.
Look at that.
Tag.
Depth over the top rope. What's he got to go? 6'6"?
He's 6'6". Yeah, 6'6", 290.
That is Harley Davidson.
That's a Subaru right there, baby.
Sabu's Subaru. Oh. Little misdirection. He had him lift up and then stomp his toes.
And then bang, Sabu on top of the head. Middle of the ring. Hop down hard.
Sabu wanted to shake hands. Harley Davidson grabbed him by the nose. Sabu turned to the corner. There was Dirty Rhodes waiting for him there. They got him just bouncing back and forth. Now, from outside, Rhodes grabs him to the midsection. It's Harley Davidson with a fist. The knee drop. Sabu gets the tag, and here comes the Pink Panther.
Now, he is outside.
Considerably.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I got to say, in his behalf, I've never seen Pink Panther back up from an opponent. He may wish he had backed up from this one, though.
He just went back, but not by his own power. Davidson just fired him back.
We're a couple of minutes into the first fall. Pink Panther in there against big Harley Davidson, standing 6'6". Asked him where he was from. He said, I'm from everywhere. Wherever I parked the bike.
Look at him trying to get the full Nelson on him, man. That is just almost impossible. Can't get the hands around. Yeah, Davidson is so big.
As if he didn't have enough trouble, he's nailed by his own partner with a chop. Big elbow. Here's Dirty Rhodes through the rope. Down behind the Panther.
That look on his face is priceless, that Dirty Rhodes. He looked like he really enjoyed himself in there, Dave.
Yeah, he's kind of got that at least a half smile all the time, and the rest of the time it's full smile. I don't know about his smiling right now, though. Pink Panther's got it back on the rope. Sabu holding him up from behind. Panther back to the ropes. Oh, moves out of the way, and the Panther nails Sabu.
Well, he kind of got back even with it, even though it wasn't intentional.
They're even now, but they're not doing their cause any good as they're beating up on each other here instead of against Dirty Rhodes and Harley Davidson. Rhodes lets Pink Panther grab him from behind. Going to try for the full Nelson. He turns, and Harley Davidson is there. Does he take over?
Rhodes. He's a pretty big guy himself.
He is indeed. He'll weigh 271 himself. I thought he was going to sit down on him. He went over and dropped the elbow on Pink Panther. Did the damage nonetheless. Dirty Rhodes sends Panther to the corner, and the tag on Sabu. Meanwhile, Rhodes has made the tag.
Kind of interesting a few minutes ago when Dirty Rhodes was in there with Sabu, and Sabu went to splash him in the air, and instead of rolling away, Rhodes rolled underneath it right to him, and it accomplished the same thing. But I thought it was a pretty clever move, as a matter of fact, something you wouldn't have expected. Harley Davidson slamming Sabu down. This Sabu, rough and tough scoundrel now, let me tell you. On the shoulder and over.
Sabu, a former Southern heavyweight title holder, and so he is someone to be contended with. Harley Davidson not having a lot of difficulty with him so far, though. He just body slammed him. Whoa, Sabu rolls out of the way, and Harley Davidson hits nothing but the mat. Sabu working on the midsection, turns to the corner, the tag, and Pink Panther steps through the ropes.
We got less than 2 minutes remaining in our expiration of time, and Pink Panther in there with the arm, but it's reversed by Davidson.
Panther thrown into the corner, the tag made, and here's Dirty Rhodes back through the ropes. Oh, he kind of winds up and pops him.
Dished one off on him, and the Panther's down. Suplex. Right over and down, and Dirty Rhodes in action. I believe he's had. Nope, he kicked out of
2, yeah. Thought he had him. I think Dirty Rhodes thought he had him, too. There's the elbow. Rhodes drops on him with the elbow.
He said that's it. He waved it off. That's all.
3.
And he was not indicating that he was safe, I can tell you that for a fact. He was a long way from safe.
This one's over, and he was right. He held him down for the 3 count. Dirty Rhodes and Harley Davidson celebrating victory here over the team of Sabu and the Pink Panther.
Too much to overlook. Look at this. Harley just picked that young man up right over the top rope, and Dirty Rhodes is making like he's going to wrestle him. There he is. He's back safe down at ringside. He went on a high trip when Harley picked him up and carried him all the way to the top. And the winners, once again, Harley Davidson, Dirty Rhodes. And what was the time, Dave?
5 minutes, 43 seconds.
5 minutes and 43 seconds.
Good-looking team.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I love it because they were having fun with it. Now, there's a lot of teams that they wouldn't have fun with. But even when Sabu shot at him, boy, old Dirty Rhodes was still just giving you that smile and the whole Megillah. Okay, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take time out, check it. We'll see how much time we've got left, and we'll be back in just a few minutes. Dave, I think that Dirty Rhodes and Harley Davidson not only captured their opponents in that match. We do have a few extra seconds, but not enough really to get it back together and get another fall going in there. They not only captured their opponents, they captured the hearts of a lot of the folks here in the studio, too. Yeah. They're a really interesting team. How about let's run down over some of the action we did have today.
Okay, we had Zambui Express in here in the opening match, quite an opening match. Zambui Express won it over Keith Eric and Jim Jameson. They dominated the match, as they do many of the matches that they have. Stagger Lee, Norvell Austin defeating Masked Marauder and
Pat Hutchinson, as we mentioned. Stagger Lee and Norvell Austin, the new Southern Tag Team Champions. That was a non-title match today, but Stagger Lee and Norvell Austin did win it. Rick Rude in here. Jimmy Hart brought him in. Rick Rude had Angel, his valet, with him. He defeated David Johnson in a little under a minute, 56 seconds of time on that match. Austin Idol then stepped into the ring against Big Lou Winston, and the Universal Heartthrob walked away with a victory after 2 minutes. Joe LeDuc, King Konga, over the team of Robert Reed and Art Cruz. And then it was Dirty Rhodes and Harley Davidson, our first look at them here on Championship Wrestling, as they were going against the team of Sabu and the Pink Panther. They stepped in here. We didn't know much about them except that they were both big. Dirty Rhodes stepping in at 271 pounds. Harley Davidson, 290, 6'6". And they did, in fact, put together a victory. Took them 5 minutes and 43 seconds before they finally put away Sabu and the Pink Panther. As I mentioned during the match, opponents not to be taken lightly. Sabu, a former champion, former Southern heavyweight champion. Pink Panther, a rugged competitor. And you put them together against Dirty Rhodes and Harley Davidson. And Rhodes and Davidson still pretty well had their way in the match.
They did, in fact. So we got to meet a brand new team today, and it was fun doing that. We also got to share an interesting side moment when Angel was leaving, or supposed to be leaving, with Rick Rude and Jimmy Hart, and the Idol was in there, and so she's standing there staring at the Idol. Hey, come on. We got to go. We got to go. We do have to go. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.